Oh, well, hello. Look who we have here. I see that years have changed since we last met. That's lame. Let's start over. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and happy new year to all of you. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Tuba and I'm a crochet artist and a designer, and I run a small crochet business called CrafTrovebyT. And on this channel, I post videos related to crochet, market vlogs, market prep, small business tips and tricks, and all things crochet related. So if that is something that you're interested in, come join in and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. So keeping with the theme of the new year, I will be doing an annual review of my year 2024 business wise, just to see what my wins were, what were the low points in my business, and what are my plans for 2025. So I remember I promised you this video in the very first video I posted on this channel, and around that time I had a different concept of what this video would look like, but still while doing this video and in preparation for this video, I achieved what I wanted to do with this video anyways, so that's a win as well. So this is going to be a quick video where I will recap my 2024 with you, and then I'll share what my plans are for 2025, and the hopes for sharing all of these plans are that I want to hopefully achieve all of those plans and fulfill all of my goals. So if I had to count the number of items I made in 2024, that will be very unrealistic, because in sales alone, I sold more than 100 items this year. And in keychains alone, I made around 100 keychain items. So if I had to make a guess, I would guess that 300 to 500 would be a good estimate. So the most realistic counting would be of the garments that I made for myself. So in total, I finished 6 cardigans / sweaters this year, and one is still in progress. I started it earlier this year, but I didn't get around to finishing it. So this is besides all the amigurumi that I made this year. So I guess in summary, it is safe to say that I crocheted a lot this year. Okay, coming to patterns released. So I only released 3 patterns in 2024, and if I'm being honest with you, I did write or design quite a few patterns, but I didn't get around to releasing them or testing them or anything like that. So coming to how much I spent on my business this year. So this was a long due item on my to-do list to calculate how much I spent on my business throughout 2024 in materials, subscriptions, services, marketing, and all of that stuff. So I'll be sharing that with you, and I'll be looking at my laptop screen right here because all of the values are right here. So in materials, including yarn or hooks or polyfill or all the other materials that we need for crochet, I spent a total of $1,815.42 in equipment and materials. In markets alone, I spent $960. And then the subscription costs are $167, and that includes my Canva subscription, my website domain, and I think Etsy costs and all of that stuff as well. Then in marketing, I spent $115.24, and all of it combined, it comes out to be $2,906.22. So talking about expenditure, it's pertinent that we talk about the total income in 2024 as well. So in total, I made a total of $1,885 in sales, be it from the online sales of my patterns, selling in markets, And yes, I think that is all the sales that I have currently. So it comes out to be around $1,885. Now I do acknowledge that these numbers are not very motivating and are discouraging as well, but I knew this before I stepped foot into the business world that this will be the case, and I will have to invest a lot of money into my business before it made me any profit, and that is the case for any business that you are starting. And doing all of this maths really did put things into perspective. In my head, things were really bad compared to what they are in actual, and it also provided me some motivation to do better next year. And I think it was one of the main reasons that I was not keeping any running record of my business expenses, is because it was really bad in my head and I did not want to like face the reality. I was just being in denial, but I think it was also like long due, and it did provide me a lot of insights and a lot of motivation to do better in 2025. So one last thing that I would like to discuss in my review of 2024 is what was my most selling item of 2024, and I think it goes without saying, and if you have been watching my videos regularly, you would already know that it was hands down turtles. No matter if it was a physical item in my booth in my markets or the turtle pattern that I released in 2024, they have been doing really well for me in 2024. And I think in pattern sales alone, I made somewhere around $90 in the sales of my pattern, and it is priced at $5, 5 Canadian dollars. So yes. Anyways, I think with all of these things discussed, it's high time that we did also discussed my plans for 2025. So let's just get into those. So I really want to do a lot of things in 2025, but in this video, I will only be discussing the top priorities or the top of the list items. The very first thing that I want to focus on is publishing more patterns. That is on the very top of the top priority list as well. I'm very lazy when it comes to publishing patterns, and truth be told, I already have 5 to 6 patterns that I have already designed and like made a prototype of, and they are like ready to be typed out, tested and be released, but I get really lazy when it comes to that. So my plan for 2025 is to finally sit down and write those patterns and release them out into the world, and also write more patterns that are brewing in my mind and have been brewing in my mind throughout 2024. So my ideal scenario would be somewhere around 1 pattern per month, but I think that is me being very ambitious. I will not put that restriction on myself, but I will really try to achieve that. The second thing on my to-do list for 2025 is getting my YouTube channel monetized, and if everything goes well, I am planning to achieve this task by July or August of this year, and I think 7 to 8 months is a very good timeline and a really realistic timeline to achieve this. And I will need a lot of support from all of you watching this video. If you have been watching and enjoying my videos, I would really appreciate for you to go hit the subscribe button and share these videos with somebody you think would enjoy as well, and it will really mean a lot to me. Okay, so the next thing on my to-do list for 2025 is do at least 1 market per month, and not just any markets excuse me, but find good markets to do in my area. So it was my biggest learning of 2024 that I looked at the markets with low booth fee, and I learned it the hard way that booth fee is not the only criteria to look at while booking markets. I know that you would not want to like jump into market paying like very high ticket price and not making any sales, like what happened with me in my last market of 2024, but also doing some research into the markets before you book them. So I would really like to invest some time into researching the markets that I'm applying to, and not just like do markets left, right, and center, but really find the markets that I can do repeatedly, like over and over again, and find some repeat customers from there and make a name for myself in the crochet community that way, and also make some friends, vendor friends in the process as well. Okay, so the next goal of 2025 would be to be more consistent on my social media and showing up on my social media regularly. I think I'm very, very inconsistent when it comes to social media, and despite making multiple plans, I keep failing to implement those plans. And I think this is my weakest point. When it comes to my business, I do have a lot of footage, images, and like a lot of the things that I can share on social media, but when it comes to like sharing them on social media, actually I don't know what happens to me, and I don't do that very regularly. So that is one of the things that I really need to focus on to increase my online presence. And last but not the least, I would like more eyes on my website that I put a lot of hard work into building, and not just myself. My brother helped me build that website, so I worked on the designer end of it and he worked on the back end as a developer, and both of us worked really hard to set up a website. And I really want my website to be the focal point of my business, where like everything that happens in my business goes. And I have a lot of other plans for my business that will be related to that will go on my website basically. So increasing visibility of my website, bringing more views on my website, bringing traffic to my website is one of the things that I really want to achieve in 2025, so that I can build on that to achieve the other goals that I have for my business as well. And with that, I think that is all I had for you for this video. I'm not really sure how realistic my plan for 2025 is, given that I also have a full-time job. But I think with the right mindset and the right intentions, nothing is impossible. So here's to hoping that we succeed in 2025 and achieve all of our goals that we set our mind to. Regarding our lives, our careers, our businesses, whatever that you hold important to yourself in 2025. And I wish you all the very best for all of your endeavors in the coming year. And with that, I'll call the video here. If you like this video, do consider liking it, subscribing to my channel, and pushing the bell notification so you don't miss any updates from my channel in the future. And with that, stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!